All right, you see this right here? What's up and what's going on, y'all? That used to have thousands of dollars in it. That was my poker stash. This used to be my poker stash. I had got back into poker, 1-2, no limit, low stakes. And December 26th, I actually got back into the game, right? Had taken a break and I got back into it. And the reason I got back into it was because they opened up the perfect establishment in my area as far as what you want in poker. 9-seated, nice room, food, etc. People catering to the players, the whole nine. So it made you feel like you were in a good environment, right? And you are. It's perfect. I still love it. That being said, I had such a good run from December 26th all the way up till, I want to say pretty much about 2 weeks ago. This is March 28th. So I still had a couple of thousand left out of my bag as far as what I was doing. I took 2,000. I ran it up to like 7 off a $300 buy-in. I did a $300 buy-in for cash game, 1-2, no limit stake poker. And I took that 300 and over the course of some months from December up to midway of March, I was doing okay. I had a little up and down session going on when March got here. That is when it started kind of like going in another direction, more down than up. I found myself having to do rebuys. I hadn't really changed my game the way that I was gonna, attack. I was only going in, and my plan was to have a 150, 200, maybe 300 quota per session. Now, was it going to be easy? In the beginning, it felt like it was. In the beginning, it actually felt like it was going to be easy because I was making 300 to 600 in 4 hands, right? And I was diligent in getting myself up from the table. So what happened? Like I say, I took 2,000 and I put it on the principal of my home and I put it on the principal payment of my truck. And for the rest of it, yeah, I used some of it when I went to the store, fishing and things like that, but not enough that I had to worry about that I need to keep it going because this was my poker stash. That 2,000, when I went and put it on my principal payment for my home and my truck, that was the normal routine for the reason why I got back into poker. The plan was ever so many months, I was gonna hopefully be able to be in the right lane that I could take 1,000 here, 1,000 there, and I was gonna throw it toward my truck, 1,000 toward the house, get my house paid off a little faster, get my truck paid off a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the right trail at first. And then all of a sudden, it just seemed like somebody just turned off the water and cut off the valve, and there was no more money coming in from playing poker. I found myself almost losing instead of 3. Like I said, I hadn't have to do any rebuys. I found myself almost having to do 1, 2, 3 rebuys a session because that is how bad I was running. We call it the downside when you're on the downside of the game. And when I was on the upside. Everything was working perfect. Seemed like I couldn't miss, right? If I had aces, they held up. I had kings, they would hold up. If I had a straight, it held up. If I chased a flush, I got it, right? Flopping boats, big pots, 4 people getting it in. And I was winning the pots. So everything was looking great until it wasn't. After that, I'm still playing my game. I'm not trying to strong arm anything. I'm waiting on the right hands. I'm playing the right position. I just could not hit the side of a barn when it got time to seeing the flop. When the flop came, it always went in the favor of my opponent. Ace king, they have pocket sixes. I raise, they call. A 6 comes on the flop. I don't see it. I get my ace king. We get it all in. I can't fold it. There goes a round. Lost it. This was just day before yesterday, maybe 3 days ago, something like that. Day before yesterday would be 3 days. So maybe 4 days ago when that happened. So that is how, along with other losses I was taking, that one stood out. Another one stood out where somebody they raised. Of course, I came in with a king, queen, suited. I hit my king. No, I take that back. I came in with an ace, queen suited. I hit my ace. This person raised 25 with a king, queen, or diamond. So my ace was there. I think I had ace, jack, and I hit that. I hit 2 pair. I hit my ace on the flop. Then I hit my jack on the turn. So we got it all in, and the person hits a flush. Now, mind you, they raised to 25 with the king, queen. They had nothing but that flush. Runner gave it to them, and we got it all in. They went all in, and I'm thinking they wasn't chasing a flush. I'm like, maybe I got them now because I got 2 pair, right? So I went ahead and I called it, and sure enough, they had a flush. Flop, diamond, turn, diamond, river, diamond. All diamonds on the end. And I didn't see it. So it was hands like that that was costing me big. Then I felt that I was really out of it yesterday. I went all in. I put it like this. When I went all in, I was down like my last 55 because my bag, like I said, was on fumes, and I was only able to buy in as far as poker stash wise. I was only to afford to buy in for another 273. I was not going to go into my actual bank account because poker and my bank account don't know each other, and they're never going to know each other. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to jeopardize what I have. This was just what I was doing as a side hustle, but I'm not going to jeopardize my bank account and what I have, things like that, for my responsibilities. I'm not doing that. I love poker, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to lose and wind up being that guy that's going around asking people for loans because I want to go get in the poker game. I have other things I could be doing, but I had to buy in yesterday. I had like 270 left. So I bought in for 270. I said I'm gonna play the way I'm supposed to be playing. I'm not gonna play tight. If I get a hand, I'm playing. But at the same time, when you have that type of that type of fear, you want to call it, you don't want to make a mistake. Even if it looks like you have the power, if you hold in the right cards, that make you feel like you have the potential of being able to flip this and turn it over. And that just never happened. Every hand I played yesterday, and I meant to get up. I was down. I did 270, like I said, and it got down to 200. And I said, you know what? Get up, walk out of here, and just take a break. Let this 200 marinate. Don't worry about it. Give yourself some time because you are not winning. And people seen it. They were like, man, Al, you running bad right now, ain't you? And we all know it. We've been around players when they're running bad. We have. We know players when they're running bad. We know players when they're running good. We've seen players come in and they can have a bad run for months. And you'll sit there when they say something, you say, man, I wasn't going to say nothing. I'll wait till you said it. But I get it. Yeah, I saw it. You've been running bad. And they just say, well, they got to turn over sometime. And that's just it. When that does happen, everything you lost, you're just getting it back if you start winning again. That's the thing about poker. That is what's so, I guess you could say, great. If you have your life together, if you have your life together, then that is what's great about poker. It's an up and down thing. You love to play it, and you know you're going to take some bad with the good, right? But sometimes when you run it really bad, you have to take some of that with you and say, you know what? I don't want to lose my stash. I still got 2. I got 3 left. Time to take a break. Find something else to do. Instead of getting up, going to play poker, timing it, whether it's morning or afternoon or evening, don't go at all. Just take a break. Yesterday, I let myself down because I knew I was down to my last 2 in my poker stash. And I knew that I had been running bad for some days now. And no matter how I will get up in the morning feeling good, that I'm going to go up there and handle business, it just never worked out that way. It just never went my way. So when I had that last 2, I was already saying, let it go. You just lost 70 of it. And where did it go? I couldn't even tell you. I just know maybe because of blinds, maybe because I was buying and calling the blinds and calling raises and all that because I had good starting hands. I just never hit it. I never hit it. Sucked. And when I got down to the 2, I should have just said, I'm out of here. And I'm not coming back until I feel that the time is right. And this 2 that I got, if I take another 100 added in, that'll be my new buy-in and restart. And hopefully I shook it off. But I lost it. So I stayed in because I got that hand. And I'm like, it's got to hit. And hopefully it's going to hit. And it didn't. So now back to hitting that reset button. And that can happen. That can happen. In a way, it makes you feel like that's going to be your last session, that I'm not doing this again. Believe me, that went through my mind. I'm done. I'm not playing this anymore. That's it. But then I told myself, what's the problem? You don't go out. You don't buy clothes, right? You got your house. All responsibilities are met every time when you got your bills to take care of. You're not behind on anything. So just keep on enjoying it. It's, just let it ride and enjoy it. And that's basically what it is. So it's not meant to, some people try to make a living from it, right? And I've known guys that said that's what they were doing. I asked them what you do for a living. They said, this is it. And I'm like, so how do you get your money if you lose? Oh, and I just take on some odd jobs. And that's what they do. They take on odd jobs. I seen somebody yesterday cleaning inside of the poker room. So I don't know if that's what he got to do, because I'm sure that he's in a good spot, but he needed some extra money. So maybe he said he didn't want to reach into his stash. He'll just take some money he's making from them, and then he get back into the poker game. Poker make you do some crazy things, man. You will go out and wash somebody's car if you can get you some buy-in money from it. I'm telling you, if you love playing poker, you'd be surprised at what people do to get their buy-in. Right? They will do it. You got people probably go sell blood to get their buy-in money. It is what it is. But yeah, that was it. So this right here is the reset. Hitting the reset button. So with that said, I'm out. Y'all be cool. Enjoy. If you're out there playing poker, man, and you enjoying it, just do that. Enjoy it. But do not trust it to be your caviar. I'm telling you. It's just not meant to be. With that said, I'm out. Peace.